Shalom. My name is Yehoshua Ya'acov, and I'm making this video from Jerusalem. I'm an American citizen, not a dual citizen, exclusively an American citizen. I'm the author of Humanomics in general, and it's Trilogy. Humanomics is Trilogy, and it's new cognitive behavioral science paradigm, or CBT-GIVE, which is its central organizing principle, and the new economic paradigm, the integration of labor, which replaces the old industrial model of the division of labor upon which the Industrial Revolution was built. That said, I want to say a few things to my blessed friend, Senator Obama. Your message is resonating, but I want to encourage you to look to the future and lead to the future based upon the international content of humanomics in general and its new economic paradigm in particular. It's true you ran your campaign the way you did, grassroots, bottom up, and you're not accountable to special interest. And you were speaking in this particular video to the labor, the local labor movement and labor members of organized labor. I want to say that the win-win situation for Americans is a president who will run on a platform from the platform committee, and I think the platform is going to be the same, both in the I've urged it to be the same in both the Democratic and Republican parties, that they will, both candidates will run for developing and implementing the new economic paradigm as world-class global technological infrastructure. That's a win-win situation for America. So may the best man win. Implemented as national policy, mandated in law, it will retool, re-educate, and retrain the entire U.S. workforce by the end of the first year of the project, which will involve a 4 to 5 trillion investment over 2 decades. The project will span. It will be creating domestic content sustainable jobs in the tens of thousands a month through the out years of 11 and 12, when the American economy will reach absolute full employment, not the 4% that economists generally attribute to full employment, because there's many structural statistic anomalies that will be removed in the new construct. Without going into all of the details, one of the most significant macro structures, there's 14 trillion of gross domestic product today, give or take, whose econometric models you're looking at. But interestingly, the pie has grown, but so has the capital owners' share, and the workers and the laborers' share has decreased significantly. And the result of that, along with other factors, macro factors, we have a dollar that is plunging in value. Okay, with the new project, we will achieve, as I said, full employment. The value, the purchasing power of the dollar will double and triple in years 7 through 14. In the out years of the project, the years 19 through 21, there will be the full amortization and pay down of all the national debt, including the 4 to 5 trillion, sorry, not billion, 4 to 5 trillion required of investment, supply side investment for the project to achieve the world-class global technological infrastructure. There will be full employment. There will be no national debt. There will be no trade deficit, and there will be no social security deficit. There will be a massive surplus of several trillions of dollars in the as we come to the end of the project. Now, this is a win-win situation, and most significantly, the question is, who is going to own this world-class global technological infrastructure? The American people and workers and laborers are going to own it. That's what. And how do I know that? Because I own the patents, I own the science and technology, I own the intellectual property that makes this project possible. And I will insist upon the legislation and mandate for its development, to be a win-win situation for Americans, so that we don't get into closet socialism and political backbiting and Washington gridlock and arguing over who gets what slice of bread. There will be a great abundance, and we will, all the boats will rise, even the ones with holes in the bottom and stuck in the mud. All boats will rise, and the great benefactor is not by trickle down but by participatory involvement will be the LDCs, and that's the greatest benefit of all. When we reach full employment in years 11 and 12, we'll be training and employing G9 and retrofitting green production of the remaining Rust Belt out of America and out of the G9 to the LDCs. The global technological infrastructure, world class, based upon the new economic paradigm, will also solve the climate change crisis. How? By fundamentally, structurally transforming the 24/7, 365 movement of nearly 1 billion people on the planet unnecessarily. That will be halved in a decade and a half, and yet again halved in the decade after. So over 25 years, we're going to change very much the greenhouse gas effect. There are many, many other macro benefits, but this is the bottom line. And most of all, labor is going to be called upon, and the message to labor is to get ready to reorganize and transform organizationally yourselves so that you will support fully the legislative mandate for a global technological infrastructure that will see the workers of America be vested in the ownership of the global technological infrastructure, so that the capital owners will not be participating in the ownership. In this way, the policies that will devolve domestic and international and trade policies, labor policies, etc., will be reflective of the vast majority of American skilled workers, because eventually over the next 2 decades, all will be skilled workers. They will own it, and so as the pie gets ever and ever more larger, we will not see the extension and extreme inequity and discrepancy between capital owners and the workers that we see today. The bias between Wall Street and Main Street that is proven so divisive in the nation. And so my advice to you, Senator Obama, is to look beyond, look over the horizon, because this is where we see the development, implementation, and acculturation of Humanomics in general, the East-West convergence model, and its new economic paradigm in particular, in America as world-class global technological, making America the most competitive economy for the century ahead and beyond, and leading America in the free world. This is the task. This is why I support you for president. I believe you're capable to end the denial of the collapse of the local reality of man and mankind's exile, and ascend and inhabit the quantum reality, and to do this in the ways that are most optimal to acculturating America to the new world reality. And in that, we thank you for listening, and we bless you from Jerusalem, and I wish you the blessing of Kabel B'Shvilatet, the Hebrew translated. That's receiving to give. Receiving what? Receiving the real you. To give the real you to you, to your family, to your community, to your nation. Thank you for listening. I'm Yehoshua Ya'acov.